Hey Bobas, welcome back to my channel. I am aware that not everyone has the privilege to have Robux and may not have some or all the game passes. If I was rich, I would love to include them as prizes during my build battles or challenges. Maybe one day, Bobas. Anyhow, today I will be sharing my 5 favorite build hacks that I would use when I didn't have Advanced Plus or any Game Pass for that. Okay, so my first tip is to use pillars before placing the walls. So as you can see, Transform Plus is off. So a lot of people like the look of having pillars in between walls. But when you don't have Transform Plus, you cannot actually place it. So what you're gonna do is place it beforehand on the extremities of like the squares, and then after you're going to place the wall in between. And just like that, you are able to place pillars in between walls. Okay, so my second tip is to not miss out on basic shape. A lot of people don't like to use basic shapes because of how complicated it looks, but trust me, it can help with your building. Like for example, if you want to just have like a slanted roof look, you can literally just use a basic shape to build it. Like this, and then we can move it over here. Obviously, not everyone has like the Transform Plus and the Game Passes, but this is how like you can make it work. You can use also this has no Game Pass, so you can just use it as you'd like. So over here I have built just like that the area over here to make it look like it's a slanted roof, but in reality it really is not. And you can flip it the other way around and place it. And you know, just a little tip, you can just make it wider and like that. And just like that, you have like a roof look. It may seem complicated, but it's actually easier than you might think. Alright guys, my next tip is to not miss out on using the grid size. So as we can see, when we place our fridge over here, it's kind of like popping out, but most people like to have it more inside. Obviously with Transform Plus, you can place it in all the way, but with the grid, at least you can put more like this than if it was like this bulge popping out. So we have this little tip over here, and also I like to use shelves. Okay, my next tip is that I like to use shelves instead of using those like cabinets all the time. I like to just use them as like a place to place appliances, and I think it adds such like a different look to your build to make it different and not have it like just the same thing everywhere. As you can see, like this already looks really cute. Okay, so my next tip to you guys is to not miss out on like those custom showers that you can make yourself. So basically what you want to do is have like a 2x2 square with just like walls and pick a color of your choice. And then you're gonna want to find like a door that's really like tall that you can place. I like to use this one. Honestly, it's my favorite one to use. And then I like to add a lot of windows. I use this often in my builds. Like if you look at my house tour, like the roleplay house in Bobaport, you can see that like I like to use it. But anyways, this is the look we're gonna go for. Usually you can place this here, but I think it's too wide. So another tip would be like to replace, like remake the windows smaller, or you know, just like kind of move it around so you place them around. So as we can see over here, we can place a window. And then I like to just make it like the same kind of color going on so that it works. And then I also like to make the window blue. So as we can see, like this looks very cute, and then all you have to do is add a shower. And just like that, you've got yourself a shower. And then obviously you'll add a floor, and you can add a bench for extra decoration. Okay, my last and final tip to you guys is to not miss out on using the pools. Sure, you can use a pool as an actual pool, but you don't have to use it only for pools. You can also use it for like a little pond or an area that you want to do. For example, I'm gonna show you a little pond that you can do and like have it very detailed so that it looks rather realistic. Okay, so this looks like similar to the color of the grass, so we're gonna go with this one. And basically what we are doing here is just adding this to give it more realistic shape. We are also going to color the outline so that it's more realistic. There you go. And I suppose we can also pick the color for like this area. So I'm gonna pick like a darker color so that the pond looks like realistic. Grass. Okay, like this. And now we are going to add carpets like around the place just to kind of like give it a little like shape. Oh wait, I just realized this does not have transform plants, but okay, but we can still place it. So as you guys can see, like this looks like a little pond. And all you have to do now is add plants. Literally just add plants around the place and it's going to look like a pond. Like sure, like this can add up a little bit in prices, but like it's a way to like just add detail to your house, and I think it does the job and it's very cute once like you complete it. Like look at this guys, it looks very cute. Anyways, Bobas, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this encourages you to use more tips when you build, especially when you don't have any game passes. If you guys want a part 2 for this video, let me know in the comments down below. If you have your own tips, make sure to comment them down below too. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye guys. Bellatheboba out.